All right, well, it's officially here. So here's the box. It's not taped or anything. This just pops right open. Got the note here from Jim Farley. And then there's a little booklet here. So the superchargers you can use are a lot of V3, not all of them. You have to keep checking Tesla's map to see which ones are upgraded. It does not work with destination chargers, which would be kind of nice if this was a 2-in-1 adapter, but it doesn't do that. So just FYI on that. Pretty simple process here. And then here's the actual adapter. Some nice Ford tape there, cut out around the letters. And open this here. There it is. Wow, I've watched so many videos of these things online. It's weird to actually be holding this. So yeah, you can see there's really not that many AC pins up here, just a couple of pins, I think, for the communication with the car. All your energy is going to go through the DC pins here. Got a nice locking mechanism here. This is metal. And then the casing here is plastic. This button to unlock is metal. And then this is the unlock for when you have the Tesla adapter connected. So yeah, pretty nice unit. It's got a little bit of heft to it, but it's not overly heavy. Most of the weight's kind of in the bottom of it. Okay, so if we open this up on the car, so you can see the DC pins there. And then let me show you the difference. So here's my level 2 Ford connector. And you can see how it has 2 more pins in the top where the AC current's going to flow. So you can see the difference there with the top pins. And then obviously the AC doesn't have any DC pins. And then we should just be able to connect this on here, just like that. And that fits pretty nicely. And then here's what this one looks like. So that's what it's going to normally look like when it's charging. So obviously we'll see something similar when we're using the adapter and charging. And then this unlock is just for the electronic latch when you're DC fast charging. With AC, it's able to cut power just by unlocking the handle there. Also want to talk about the shipment timeline. I reserved my adapter the day it was announced on February 29th. My original shipping estimate was May 2024, and my order number is in the mid-12,000s. I got an email in the middle of June saying it was going to be a little while, and thanks for your patience. Tesla later posted on X at the end of August that they were ramping to 8K units per week. I got a shipping email on September 12th, and the adapter arrived on September 16th. My Ford account still shows it's in production and does not indicate that it shipped. All right, so we're driving along here. We're on our way to go test out the NACS adapter. If you look on Tesla's website, I'll show you the one I'm going to, but I'm in the Boise, Idaho area, and this is about 50 miles away from me one way. So I have it plugged in, the GPS here. It's showing we'll get there in about an hour or so, just under. I'll also show you on the screen, the infotainment does know about the Tesla Superchargers, and it recognizes that it is a charger. And so the car knows we're going to a charger, so any preconditioning or whatever, that should happen, which is great. I really just want to make sure this works, because actually in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a road trip where I'm going to be kind of relying on the Tesla Supercharger network with this adapter a little bit. I do have a few backup options if Tesla doesn't work out, but it really would be preferred for a couple of the stops. So yeah, also want to mention, how do you actually use the adapter once you get to the station? Ford sends you instructions, but really with the Mach-E and the F-150 Lightning would be the same thing. You can either use plug-in charge if you have that enabled on the car. So you can set that up in the app or on the Ford website, make sure that's enabled. Now the disadvantage of that is you can't do any of the payment plans if you want to lower your charging prices. So if you want to do like the Tesla membership or even like the Electrify America membership to kind of lower your charging costs, you can do that, but not with plug-in charge, at least right now as of September 2024. So if you want to use those, then you'll need to either use the Tesla app or the Electrify America app in that case, and activate the charger through there. So it is possible to save on charging and use the NACS adapter, but you're not going to be able to use plug-in charge, at least not right now. So funny enough, there's actually 2 Tesla Superchargers, and they both work with the NACS adapter here in Ontario. So we're actually going to try both. All right, so we've got a couple that are, you know, we can park next to them. The charge port's on the front left in the Mach-E. I'm going to do this 2B one here on the end, so then I'm not blocking anybody else. Of course, there's nobody here, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, we're going to try the adapter here. So open the charge port, grab the cable here, and then we're going to plug this in here. So that clicks, and then if you want to release it, you just pull this tab on the bottom, and then that pops out. And then we're going to plug it into the car. So we want that blue light on the car to start flashing to know charging's working. I don't think anything's happening yet. So kind of weird. I thought it would have been charging by now. Okay, so no success. Let's see, does the car say anything? The car doesn't show anything. Okay, so we're just going to try this one more time, then we'll switch stalls. So that's locked on there. I think I'm going to flip around and try one of the other stations here. And it could be I don't have plug-in charge set up, maybe. Okay, so we're going to try something different. So I've got the Tesla app open. So we're going to try and charge here. 2C. Start charging. Initiating charging. Charge station fault. Okay, so the car is showing it's charging. There we go. Charge station fault C manual. It could be just because I already had it plugged in. But yeah, we're getting good speeds. 106 here on the phone. So it's working. So I don't think there's an issue with the chargers. I think for whatever reason my plug-in charge is not working. The next day I found in the Charge Assist app in the Mach-E that you can activate the chargers here. So I will have to try that in the future. But typically I've had good success with plug-in charge just working, at least with Electrify America. Yeah, getting great speed. Says we're getting 116 kilowatts, which this car maxes at 115, advertised 117. Okay, so we're charging here. So let's actually go through that whole process again, just to be sure. So we're going to get disconnected, pull this out, plug in the adapter into the car, and boom, it's charging already. And then you can hear, it's a little windy out here, but you might be able to hear this ramp up. Yep, you can hear the fans in the cabinet starting now. Should be able to see it there. All right, so we're gonna plug in here. Okay. Okay, and this should mean we're charging. Hear the car clicking, and sounds like we're charging. Yep. Okay, so that's sounding good. So this site's got a bunch of V3 superchargers, and then there's a couple of level 2 destination chargers here. So even though the plug pretty much looks the same, that adapter will not work with this because it doesn't support AC charging. So Mach-E's over here, we're using the end stall, and seems to be going fine. Let's check the speeds. Okay, so we've tapered down a little bit, but we're still doing 95 kilowatts at, you know, close to 50%. That's pretty good. You know, the Mach-E still doesn't show us charging speed on the display, but it does in the app, and then the Tesla app will tell you as well. So it says 10:32. We'll hit 80%, so that's not too long from now. So yeah, things are looking good. Kind of refreshing to be DC fast charging and not be stuck at a Walmart. So we're still doing 80 kilowatts, 81.5. The Tesla app agrees with that. So we've been plugged in for 6 minutes and we've delivered almost 10 kilowatt hours, and we're at 58% state of charge. So we're still doing 80 kilowatts, which is decent for this car, into the pack at almost 60%. So that looks pretty typical, but it felt like for a while there we were holding a pretty good rate. So yeah, I think for now we'll just have to just use the app, and that's really not that big of a deal. All right, so the adapter worked great. I mean, again, it's not hot outside at all. It's only about 60 degrees, but this is cool to the touch. It doesn't really even feel like it got warm. And one other thing I thought of that's going to be nice is like the DC pins on the car are pretty much always going to be, you know, when you're using the adapter, they're always going to be connected to your nice clean adapter. And then, you know, kind of the dirty side of the supercharger or any charger you're using is going to go in this side. So that seems like kind of a nice benefit to kind of keep your charge port in better condition. So maybe adapters aren't so bad after all. All right, well, I think that's it for today's video. I'm really looking forward to this road trip soon. We'll get to try this out a lot more and get a little more detail and kind of experience what it's really like on a real road trip. So subscribe if you want to see that. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.